my name is Mariana Jimenez, pronounced she, her, ella, and I am the specialist for El Centro here at ARC. So this place is El Centro, formerly known as the Latinx Center. What we do is we promote Latino, Latina, Latina culture and identity. We host events year-round, and we also offer services year-round, such as counseling, we have peer mentorship, we offer financial aid support, and much more throughout the year. El Centro is funded through the HSI grant, which was awarded to ARC a couple of years ago. So the entirety of our funding is federally funded. How do I feel that the administration is affecting the program? So as we may or may not know, there was an executive order that was issued several weeks ago, I want to say. Time is a little blurry. Stating that federal funding for programs such as HSI would be cut, right? And so then we went through about a day, we as a collective nation, by the way, went through about a day of trying to figure out what that executive order even meant. I can share that we internally did have conversations of what that would look like for our grant if those fundings were closed within a couple of weeks. So I can share that we do have plans if that were to happen. The good news is that within 24 hours, that order was paused, and then a couple hours later, or I think it was the next day, the order was rescinded in its entirety. So it did create, across all of Los Rios, it created a day and a half of internal chaos, a little bit, of trying to figure out what are we supposed to do. But the good news is, even in that day and a half, is we did receive support from Los Rios district. We received support from our administrators here at ARC, and I can say with confidence that if Donald Trump were to issue another executive order or another legal move were to be made to pause our funding, that the services that we provide would not stop. We would find a way. We would figure it out. Something that I'm very proud of saying is that our community is incredibly resilient. And we have gone through phases, whether it be in 2016, when Trump was president last, 2016 to 2020, or whether it be historically throughout the entirety of our existence here in the United States as Chicanos, as Latinos, that we can endure these things. We will survive, and we will continue to support our students.
My name is Dr. Uriel Delgado, and I am the director of HSI here at American Humber College. I'm here for almost 3 years now. I started as director of educational talent search, and then I transitioned into this role in the fall of 2024. I came from a smaller community college, Woodland Community College, and so coming to this campus has been great just to see all the different programs and opportunities that we offer to students and that students can take in. There have been threats to our programming, and so it strikes fear into us, the staff, the students, about like what it's going to look like. But then, they tend to be challenged in the core and not being able to happen. So how I feel the program will be affected, as I mentioned, the administration, comes up with something almost every week. And so luckily we have, I feel, a strong response from our district in ensuring that we will be taken care of, and that any threats to our program would be challenged by our district, and support will be made to our programs to ensure that they stay afloat. I would say frustration. I haven't talked to a lot of students, but from colleagues, a lot of frustration and anxiety, because we just want to come in to work and do the best job we can for all of our students. And these attacks on our programs don't let us focus on the work. We have to, we're planning a project, and all of a sudden there's a threat to our funding, or threats to the language we can use, or the things that we can do. And so that takes us away from the actual work, right? We then have to try to go back and handle this situation, whereas like we just want to move forward. And so there's been a lot of anxiety and frustration for me and my colleagues of just not being able just to focus on the work and the students.